is Eric from Testament.
This is Mark.
This is Logan Mader.
Mark Janssen.
Phil Bozeman.
Ben Wyman.
Janice Manitow.
Ben Dewar.
Nick Nocturnal.
David Olson.
SOBRE, la dosis.
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 Jonathan Montenegro.
Jonathan Montenegro.
Jonathan Montenegro.
Jonathan Montenegro.
With Jonathan Montenegro. Let's go!
Better be listening, because I know where you live.
What's up, Jonathan? Christina here. As you can see, I am in my kitchen. I am relaxing. I'm having breakfast. And while I have this coffee with you, I think it's the perfect moment, to answer your questions. Thank you so much for asking me those things. And I'm ready to answer very spontaneously and sincerely. So I'm not going to put any cuts on this interview, and I'm gonna answer right away. So the first thing you ask me is, when you are in moments of confusion, what do you do what do you turn to get your inner center back? So I do something very simple. I try to take care of myself. I try to do all the things that make me happy at the same time. And most of all, I take my alone time. For me, it's really important. Maybe because I do a job that always put me in the center of a lot of people, and I have many friends, which I love. I have a big family, which I love, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I really feel that I need to reconnect with myself, whether it is to watch a movie, to spend a whole day for myself, pampering myself, maybe buying myself something good, going out to eat. I like to eat out alone very, very often. Some people find it strange. I love it because I love to just focus on myself, what I am ingesting, and even do a little bit of people watch, why not? But stay in complete silence with myself. So this is what is helping me when I feel I'm losing it a bit, because I think it happens to everyone. Of course, being an artist, it makes me smile more often online and put all the pretty stuff out there. But of course, as every other person existing in this world, I have some darkest moments and I have to deal with them. So this is my way, taking care of myself, alone time, good food, and maybe a little shopping for myself. That is usually my therapy before I start to focus on the problem and try to solve it. So that's the first answer to the first question. The second question is, do you remember the first metal concert that impacted you before you were the vocalist of Lacuna Coil and then you had the opportunity to tour with that band? I would say, because before Lacuna Coil, to be honest, I haven't seen many metal gigs, because I started to be getting into metal in 93, which is when I started to hang out at the same pub where Andrea and Marco were. And then, shortly after this, I started to be part of the band. But I would say Paradise Lost, because they played in Milano. And I loved the gig. I love their music. Paradise Lost, together with Type O Negative, were part of that darker metal scene that really got me into this kind of music, beside the classic Pantera, Metallica. But Paradise Lost and Type O Negative were the ones. And I tell you a fun anecdote. When they came to Milano, at the end of the show, the singer went to the bar off stage to grab a drink, and I went close to him to say the gig was excellent, but my English was so bad back then that everything I could say was like, the concert was nice, which obviously is not the greatest of the compliments. So I had so much inside me that I wanted to express, but it didn't work that well back then. So it's kind of funny that we had the chance to tour together, and that I had that I had the chance, to tell every member of Paradise Lost that I love them dearly. I love their music, and they're great people as well. So Paradise Lost is the answer. Third question, after so many years, do you feel that finally a female vocalist in metal has the respect or recognition of the fans and the industry, or is still a little further away? Well, that is a very complicated question, because the answers can be different and separated. Do I feel that things changed? Absolutely yes. When I started, there were not so many bands with a female in the lineup. Metal was still a no-no for females, because it was a very male-dominated scene, which still is. But of course, there are many more bands with a female in the lineup, which makes me happy. Even though we are still seen differently. I don't think that it will ever happen that we're going to be seen equally, and partially it is okay like this because we're different. I think that we are a sort of a different world. What I don't like about being a female in a metal male dominated world is the fact that very often we are judged by our looks, which I get it, many guys get the same. But for women, it's kind of like, let's say for guys, if they have the look, it's a plus. For women, if they have the look, it's a plus in terms of media attentions. It's a plus in terms of, like, I don't know, people drooling with you, but it doesn't necessarily adds up to the potential you already have. And that is a shame, because people should not be judged by their looks. I understand that the look is the first thing that you see, but it would be cool, if it would be possible to go beyond that, especially in music, where the instrument you play, the voice you're pushing out of your body, and the feelings you're trying to convey with your music are the most important things. So Jonathan, I hope that I answered nicely your questions. Thank you so much for this. I really like to do interviews. This is actually the very first time that I do, but I really do appreciate. So thank you so much, and talk very soon.